Okay. Aaliyah, tell me about a time that you had a conflict with a coworker.
I mean, I've never had a conflict, so, I've never had a job. This is my first job, so I don't really know how to answer that.
Oh boy. So, this is actually a very common problem. If she is applying for her first job, of course she's never had a conflict with a coworker. But her answer is just not satisfactory. When employers ask this question, they want to know about how you resolve conflict, how you get along with people. And she didn't tell me anything about that. Additionally, the body language. She never looked me in the eye. She kept her head down. Her voice was very, very soft. She seems very shy and unsure of herself. If this is her first job interview, it's understandable for her to be nervous, but she has to fake the confidence until she makes it. Let's try one more time, and this time, we'll see if she can include a story of conflict, even if it wasn't with a coworker, just so that I can see how she handles it. Aaliyah, tell me about a time that you had a conflict with a coworker.
I never had a job, but this one time I was in class and this girl was being really annoying. We had to work on a project, but she wanted to do it one way and I wanted to do it another way. And I was not going to back down. We were going to do it my way. So after a conversation with her, I ended up having to go to the teacher, and it was just this big whole thing, and it ended up being my way in the end. And so that was much better.
Okay. Well, she did one thing right, which was that since she didn't have a story about a coworker, she told me a story about a classmate. But the story she told is not a story employers are going to want to hear. She was hostile, openly, aggressively hostile about this situation. She insisted on things being done her way, and when the classmate would not agree to that, she escalated it to a supervisor to force her will on her classmate. This does not seem like someone who's going to be able to peacefully resolve conflicts in the workplace. Let's try this again. Aaliyah, tell me about a time that you had a conflict with a coworker.
Well, I've never had a job before, but I did have conflict in one of my classes. Okay. We were in English class and we were supposed to write an essay on a classic book. So we were working on Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities. Well, my classmate wanted to focus on the characters and I wanted to focus on the background. We couldn't really decide who, should do what we thought was important. So we ended up telling each other what our opinions were. I saw where she was coming from. She saw where I was coming from. So in the end, we decided that we're going to do both parts. She'll take the characters and then I'll take the background. And we'll just focus on both important parts of the story.
Terrific answer. Why? Not only did she tell me about a specific conflict that she's faced, much better, she told me about how she worked to peacefully resolve this conflict. She was able to see things from her classmates' point of view, understand her classmates' perspective, and reach a compromise. Even better, she never at any point said anything negative about the classmate, but was always understanding of that classmate's point of view. This shows me somebody who is respectful, even of people that she disagrees with, and somebody who's able to resolve a conflict without having to run screaming to a supervisor. This is the kind of thing that employers like to see.